Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber, but if you're new here, I am a single woman with a single income and I'm in debt. I am documenting my budgeting and debt payoff journey here on YouTube. So if you think you're interested in following me along, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you around. Today is my debt confession update video. I know this is a video that everybody loves to see. So yeah, let's just dive right in and check out the numbers for the end of my quarter two. I started my budgeting in October of 2023, so I follow more of like a fiscal year quarter, which started in October. So this is going to end quarter two for me on my budgeting journey. So let's take a look at the numbers. All right, and just to recap where I started, again, back in October of 2023, I started with 4 student loans, 2 credit cards, Chase was my auto loan, and then my home loan. So I started with $233,265.33. That was the starting point. Okay, as of last March, or the 1st of March, I was at $193,176.69. So let's check out where I'm at on the 1st of April. How is everyone doing, by the way? All right, I am slowly getting there. So here's Nelnet 4. This is my last student loan. Today, on April 1st, I am at $760.88. And I have to say, I never thought that I would see the day that this guy was under $1,000. For the longest time, this specific loan would just not get under $10,000. It was a nightmare. Okay, Chase, today, my auto loan, I am at $36,597.05. Okay, and then my home loan, I am at $153,891.56. Which means that today my total debt is $191,249.49. Look at that. So that means in 1 month, I've paid another $1,900. $1,927.20. So let's add this all up. In 1 quarter, yeah, 4 3s, that's weird. 1890.87 plus 1927. Okay, so total paid in 1 quarter is $5,951.40. That's awesome. I'm always just so, like, every month that goes by, I'm like, okay, you know, we're inching. But let's take a look at this interest number, because I just find this number to be really fascinating. Okay, in student loan interest this month, I paid $7.32. Okay, and then for my auto loan, I paid $161.11 in interest. And then for my home loan, I paid $433.95 in interest, which means that I paid $602.38 in interest So for this quarter, this is what's gut-wrenching, but I'm glad that I'm starting to track this, because this is just another motivator to keep paying off debt, because this is money. Look, $1,800. $1,800. Let me see what color I did. Yeah, I did it in... Sorry. 1874. Because this guy, like, think about this. This is $1,800 that I could be using for other things, right? Like to save, to invest, to spruce up my house, you know. Anyway, but you'll see, like, the more that I pay off debt, I'm hoping, the smaller this number gets, right? So let's just see what the difference is between quarters. So $55. $55. Wow. This just, I don't know, like, oh my gosh, what if I started tracking how much interest I pay every year? Which I guess essentially is what this is, right? Sorry, I just like looking at numbers, because again, it's just another motivator of reasons why it's, oh my god, look at this, $3,804. Jeez, that's just an interest, guys. Oh my gosh. It's a motivator for me to keep paying off debt. It really is. Okay, let's take a look here at my trackers. So I also have my trackers here. So you'll see here my Capital One card is paid, Bank of America is paid, Now Net 1 is paid, Now Net 2 is paid, Now Net 3 is paid. This guy. Okay, let's find a color. What color should we do? Last time we did like a pink color. Let's see if I can find like a bluish color. How about this guy? So we are under $1,000, so I'm gonna color this guy in. Auto loan, almost gonna pay this, almost gonna color this guy in. Maybe by the next, this month, maybe. And then this guy, almost at 152. This is probably gonna be a few more months until this guy can be colored in, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I'm still thinking about that $3,000 number. I cannot believe. And I know a lot of it is the car, I know, and the house, obviously, because it's still over 100,000, but you know, things happen. And 401k loan tracker, we paid 2 more payments here. So I'm just going to alternate the colors here. So the next one will be this purple color. Because I don't want purple all the way down. That's so stupid, I know. But yeah, again, another thing I had to get done, which I don't regret, because the grass is looking really nice outside and the yard's looking really, 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 really nice. And update on the dogs. Sorry, if you watched one of my other videos, I kind of gave an update about my neighbors, but just to recap, my new neighbors moved in a few weeks now, and they have 3 German Shepherds. They cut down their privacy bushes that were lined up against the fence that we share, and now the dogs and my dog are not getting along. and their dogs are not friendly, and you can tell just based on their behavior on how they come up to the fence and how aggressive they are. So I took your advice. Some commenters in that video suggested that I ask to introduce our dogs, just to see like maybe our dogs can be introduced and stuff like that. Because Maggie does get along with dogs. I take her to the dog park, and I take her to the park all the time. And she's friendly with people, and she's friendly with other dogs. This is just, I don't know, like they're being aggressive, so she's obviously reacting, and it's just been a nightmare. Anyway, I asked if we could introduce our dogs the other day, and the guy flat out told me no. He just said no and just shut the door in my face. I mean, I was kind of taken aback. Like, I didn't say it in a mean way. I just said, hey, I'm your neighbor, and I know you guys just moved in, and our dogs, you know, I have a dog. I was just wondering if we could introduce our dogs and blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't remember how I said it, but, and he flat out told me, no, shut the door in my face. Anyway, going back to why I took out this 401k loan, if you've been here, I took it out because I needed to get landscaping, resloping, and all of this stuff to the yard. Yard looks really nice now. And then last month I bought some fake ivy that I'm putting up on the fence to kind of give me and Maggie some privacy, one. And I'm almost done. I'm going to have to buy a little bit more because there's still a section that needs it. But that looks really, really nice. And my brother, God bless him, he's paying for this part of it. So I'm not paying for this part of it. But he put down like I'd say it's a 3-foot tall kind of black garden fence. And Maggie won't jump that. She's not going to jump it. And I have a little baby gate for the stairs, and she never jumps it. So I'm confident that she's not going to jump that little garden fence. And he put that down, and that's almost done. And it looks really, really nice. And my plan is to get some solar powered lights to kind of line that fence. It'll look really, really nice. It is looking really nice. Once it's done and completed, and I get the solar lights and stuff up, I'll take a video to update you guys on what that looks like. But anyway, that's what this 401k loan was for. And yard is looking nice. I'm trying to think of like the positives. But now that I'm thinking about like the interest, that $3,000 number, I'm like, man, I could have used that $3,000 to do something even more elaborate to the yard, to, you know, I could use that to build a new deck, or, you know, to save towards building a new deck, because that's what I'd love to do in the future. Once I pay off my debts, you know, I'd love to be able to make this my home and my oasis and stuff outside, because we're out there all the time. But okay, I've rambled enough. Thank you if you stuck around. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you're on your own budgeting or debt payoff journey, I hope that you are successful this week and every week. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Next video will be my budgeting video for the month of April. And yeah, we'll just keep chugging along, right? We'll start Q3. And what I'll do also is I will take these numbers and I will transfer them here. That way I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. So you'll see these exact same numbers here, and this will start Q3. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.